Good noon, students. Today I am going to discuss the story of your literature chapter 7, The Two Brothers. Children, it is the story by Leo Tolstoy, and it's an interesting story where we can find out how our choices differs with other human beings. And this is the story about two brothers. First of all, we all come across choices in life. That means all human beings do have the different kind of choices. In this story, two brothers respond to a challenge in their own distinct way. That means they do have the different opinion for that story, um, and they got a challenge throughout their life, and they possess different ideas. Okay, here what does the author say about the choices they make? Does our happiness depend on the choices that we make? Sometimes, as per our opinion, we all do have the different kind of opinions, but we are supposed to read out the story fully. The two brothers set out on a journey together. At noon, they lay down in a forest to rest. Means a journey is being described here, and two of the brothers were all together. They were going, and that is the noon time, and they lay down in a forest for taking rest. When they woke up, they saw a stone lying next to them. That means one of the stone piece was there with them, and there was something written on the stone, and they tried to make out what it was. Means some inscriptions was there on the stone, but they have to read out what was it. Whosoever find this stone, that is the written words there on the stone. Whosoever finds this stone, they read, let him go straight into the forest at sunrise. Means time has been described as sunrise, and at sunrise they have to go to the straight to the forest, and in the forest a river will appear, and let him swim across the river to the other side. Then the finder of the stone is supposed to be there to cross the river and to go to the another side of the river, and there he will find a she bear. That means a female bear would be there, and her cubs also. Let him take the cubs from her and run up the mountains with them. That is, we can say, students, that it is shown in a dramatic way that one of the finder of the stone used to cross the river. Then he has to go to the female bear, and he has to just carry the cubs there with him, and he had to run up to the mountain's height without looking back. So after that, what would be there on the top of the mountain? He will see a house. House will be there on the top of the mountain, and in that house he will find happiness. That means the house on the mountains has been described as the house of the happiness. So in this story, these two brothers by Leo Tolstoy find a stone, and tells them that they can find happiness if they overcome several challenges. And here in this story, challenges were there, and they have to cross all the challenges. They have to pass by all the challenges to get the happiness on the high mountains. The decisions that the brothers make about the prospects of finding happiness lend special insight into the distinct personalities of the two brothers. Means two of the brothers of the same families were there. The elder brother is mature and cautious about the suggestions on the stone, that they will find happiness if they follow its instructions. Means whatever has been written on the stone, they have to follow to find the happiness. He lists the many reasons that they should be wary of the stone's promise of happiness. And he states that in the first place, no one can know whether what is written on the stone is the truth. Perhaps it was written in jest. And at once they thought that maybe it is a joke also. And the elder brother's maturity makes elder brother's maturity makes this happiness. What he did? In addition, he is cautious when he suggests. What he suggests here? He suggests to go. And in the third place, even if we swim across the river, do you think it is an easy thing to take her cubs away from the female bear? She will seize us, and instead of finding happiness, we shall perish, and all for nothing. Then the elder brother realizes the life threatening danger and searching for instant happiness would bring. The elder brother's decision to make his own happiness shows a level of maturity that his younger brother had not achieved. Means the elder brother took the step to cross the river to take the female bear cubs and to go up to the high mountains to enjoy the happiness. In the end of this story, the story proves that individuals must decide what is right for them and what makes them happy in their own life. That means we can say that all human beings do possess different kinds of emotions, different kind of intellectual status, and we can say that different kind of results would also be there for all the human beings. So throughout this story, the younger brother has been shown that he set off and the elder remained behind. And no sooner had the younger brother gone into the forest than he found the river, he swam across, then he found the baby cubs, and then he went up to the high mountains. And then, when he went up to the high mountains, there what he found that some people came out to meet him with a carriage to take him into the city, where they made him their king. The younger brother became the king of that place. Okay, he ruled for 5 years, and in the sixth year, another king who was stronger than him, he waged a war against him, and the city was conquered by the another king, and he was driven out. Then, after wandering a lot, he came back to the village and he met to his brother. Uh, there, the elder brother was living in the same village. He had grown neither rich nor poor. That means we can say the status was uh, near about the same. The two brothers rejoiced at seeing each other and at once began telling of all that had happened to him. You see, said the elder brother, I was right. Here I have lived quietly and well. While you, though you may have been a king, have seen a great deal of trouble. But at this, what was the response by the younger brother? I do not regret having gone into the forest and up the mountains. Instead, I do have something to remember while you don't have any memory in your brain like that. And here the writer want to tell all of us that we all human beings are having the vivid views, vivid status, and different kind of intellectual status also. So we should apply the same there to decide our happiness in our life. And our happiness usually depends on our thinking also. So this is the story up to here. I hope you all will read out it once more and try to understand the poem in try to understand the story in a better way. So goodbye students, have a nice day.